We're going to be talking about model self-regulation of emotions. Do and be who you want to be and who you want your child to be. Before teaching your child the right mannerisms and attitudes, engage in a process of self-regulation of emotions and behaviors. Emotions tend to form the core of who we are. They tend to dictate both our thought processes and the ways in which we are perceiving situations to be reactive towards them. Our responses, our ways of approaching things tend to be determined strongly by what we're feeling across situations. And it's so important to be able to help your child develop that critical ability to know what they're experiencing. So, to be able to identify the emotional states, to be able to understand where those emotional states are coming from, and most importantly, to learn to regulate those emotional states for their own selves. It's in being able to develop this critical skill of emotional self regulation that enables your child to be able to modulate their responses across situations. Otherwise, they can be rather impulsive and they can end up engaging in actions which they may not like about themselves later on. It can compromise their productivity, their relationships, their work, their chores, how they're going about living their life, the choices that they make. And that is something that would certainly impact them in the long run, compromising their confidence, their belief systems, their sense of self in the long run. So it's very important to keep on having those conversations with your child, utilizing examples from their daily life, from your daily life, to be able to keep on helping your child understand what they may be experiencing in a given situation. Often you may find yourself in situations where you would be experiencing strong emotional states and you would not even be cognizant of the fact that your child may be very well around you at that time. Those emotional states may occur on account of the situation that you're in, a conversation that may have happened, something that you're anticipating, maybe a movie or a show that you've seen. And your child may be seeing the variances which are coming in the ways in which you're communicating with them, in the ways in which you're reacting to things on account of the emotion that you're experiencing. Helping your child decode that is very crucial because that is how they also start understanding their own selves. They start being able to recognize the emotions that get created within them. So, asking them and explaining to them what it is that is going on in a situation or what is their understanding of situations is very important. And in order to ensure that your child is being able to learn the right kind of ways to respond to situations, the ways in which you are responding is so crucial because children learn maximally through observation. If your reaction is to have an emotional outburst in a given situation, your child is also going to imbibe that and internalize that. If your reaction is to withdraw when there is a significant situation and to not talk about things, the child may also internalize that. To be able to ensure that they have healthy coping mechanisms in place and healthy ways of resolving what they're experiencing, communicating and helping them understand and sharing with them the right kind of ways in which they can approach situations and express themselves is going to be important. So you need to start with yourself. Model the right kind of emotional expressions. And even when you falter here and there, go back and have a conversation with your child because they are likely to retain impressions of whatever they observed. It's not likely that a child will simply forget that there was an outburst, that there was something which you were experiencing a significant emotion around. Talking to them, explaining to them, helping them identify what was going on, why it was happening in a language that makes sense to them, using vocabulary that they can understand. Perhaps maybe also linking it to stories and cartoons that your child may be more familiar with is the way forward to help them develop the skills of emotion regulation. What is also helpful is to keep on utilizing other activities to be able to help them learn how to modulate their emotional states, whether it is about encouraging them to breathe through a situation where they feel a significant emotion in, whether it's when they're upset, they're getting angry, they're feeling irritable, they're feeling anxious, or it is by helping them channelize that emotion into something constructive, like being creative, using art as an expression tool, using writing as an expression tool, going and doing some gardening or helping you around with household chores. All of those can become significant skills which could help them take that pause that you often need before reacting to a situation, calming themselves down, and then being able to process what it is that they would like to do on account of whatever it is that they're experiencing in a given situation. So help them develop the confidence to be able to work through their lives and situations by modeling the right kind of emotion regulation skills in your day-to-day interactions with your children.